Thursday, making our way to the weekend. We're getting closer. A rinse and repeat minus the repeat, I think, right? With your weather, that is. As we are here on Live Impact News, again, weather alert is our top local headline in the Charlotte area. We had some severe storms last night. Meteorologist Chris Mulcahy joining us this morning. And so it was a 1-2 punch yesterday, Chris.
Yep.
Are we still dealing something similar, or we're going to just do the one punch?
I don't know. I think maybe it's like a 1-2 slap. It's not so you're the punch
way,
that Jane was talking about were it depends. Those professional slappers, if you ever seen the videos. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about hey, friendly. The reason why I'm saying this is I think that we do have a chance for severe storms. Pretty much any time that you're going to be this hot and humid, you can have that possibility. But I do not think it's going to be as bad because we're actually trending in a much better direction. And the biggest thing about today, it's not super hot. At this point yesterday, we were talking about the triple-digit heat indices on the way, and we actually hit a crazy level yesterday that it was actually some of the hottest that we've been since 2010, so the last 15 years. And what's really interesting is I'm your stat man. Check this out. You actually had the 8th highest peak of a heat index now in 2025. So this ranks all the years since 1941. We officially hit 109.6. So again, that's the highest that we've had since 2010, but then the 8th highest overall. So it's going to be tough to beat that because the real peaks are 111.5, 111.2. We were up there. So if you thought it was uncomfortably hot and it was like, oh, I haven't felt this hot in a while. Well, if you live here in Charlotte for a while, yeah, this is definitely some record heat that we had yesterday. So I just want everyone to know that, yeah, you actually led a wonder. Now, for our weather alerts, we do have a heat advisory, but it's not as widespread. Yesterday, everyone was pretty much under it, and you had a chance for a 105 to a 109 heat index. I think it's a little bit lower than this, but we're still can get up to about 106. That's why I'm going to temper my expectations to say it's so much better today.
Okay, there you go.
You're still you're still 96 with a 106 compared to 100 degrees feeling like 110. So it's still the moisture. It's still a muggy afternoon. This morning, though, I'm going to take a stop. Felt much better, right?
Yes.
And yeah, see, this is also sometimes weather is a social science because we're starting off at 80 degrees. It was the muggiest day of the year, and we returned it back to a level that used to be humid and uncomfortable, and we're like, oh, well, we just had that, so this isn't too bad. That's kind of the case and scenario that I think that we have for today. Our high temperatures still hot, the mid-90s. We should be in the upper 80s again still, but at least it's less well above average, and then soon it's a little bit closer to average. I want to talk about those peak heat indices. Here's one of my favorite models. Yes, I have tons of favorite models. We have 106 for a peak right around 4 o'clock. It looks like for the Charlotte area, urban heat effect definitely helps that out. Even though we're returning the lower 90s tomorrow, it still could feel up to 100 degrees. Now, that's the absolute peak. And even on Saturday, we have a high about 91. It's still super humid, so you could have a peak to 101. So this is just summer, y'all. Whenever it's super humid and we're even at or near our average, you will have a chance for it to feel up to 100 degrees. This is just a little bit more exceptional for the start. Our scattered thunderstorms are also a possibility. General rule of thumb, if you get into the hundreds for your heat index and you have nearby troughs and fronts and other stuff like that could drive it up, likely you're going to have storms or a scattered thunderstorm chance, and that's what we have over the next 3 days. But as of right now, it actually looks like Tuesday could be our best chance because a cold front rolls through. So picture a big spiky blue line, not literally, but that cold air driving all of that heat and humidity up. That usually leads to widespread storms, so something that we'll be watching. Okay, here's the near term. Okay. Yesterday, we kind of saw this pattern, but what's pretty cool is look really closely where each storm goes. So find where you live. You have storms starting to develop to the northwest, and then all of a sudden, they start to diverge down towards the south. I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is actually an outflow boundary explainer. So here you have area of storms. Here you have one storm as well. But if you roll it on, oh, now these moved a little bit down to the south. A lot of times what these storms do is they transfer energy. So once the downpour begins, cold air actually accelerates out and it kind of creates a mini front. And watch what will happen. Notice the storms to the west? Well, they actually start to congeal together. Now, watch these ones. Watch these storms to the south and these storms to the north. they actually start to head towards each other. One starts to suck the energy away, and they actually crisscross. So what's happening here is you have storms popping up in the heat and humidity, and essentially they're forming these different fronts that take over, and then that's why they kind of crisscross, almost like contrails in the sky. This is also proving why meteorology can be a nightmare trying to enforce your timing. Is my barbecue going to get rained out? Well, yesterday, for example, it didn't rain a drop in parts of Huntersville. But then meanwhile, Rock Hill slammed. I'm not sure if you got rain at your house.
Sure did.
A ton of it, yeah. So these type of storms are maddening because those were severe thunderstorms, but then other people just saw it off into the distance. So same thing goes. You will have a chance for a few isolated severe thunderstorms. Some more hail is a possibility. I just don't think it's as boisterous as what we had yesterday. Boisterous, yeah, that was my word of the day calendar this morning. So the boisterous goes down, less buoyant overall, says the boy. And then and then as we work, no, it's too much. It takes over. Like Kim and I realized we're starting to count things, even when it's just the two of us. It was like, oh, what have we done? But just letting you roll tape, you can see like pretty much happened through the weekend. Our precipitation chances are going to wind down after that, and then they start to spike back up along that front that I was talking about. All right, let's wrap it up with our 7-day forecast. This is the only red bar that I have going forward, and we added this one back just because we do have that heat advisory. But again, not everyone will be impacted. Just it'll be super hot and humid, so the usual. The lower 90s are nice to see, and then get out your pockets, get out your jackets. 89 degrees for a chilly Wednesday.
What? Chilly Wednesday?
89 degrees. I'm putting it in perspective. Okay. Chilly for summer. No, I'm just joking. That's where we should be. So normal for Wednesday. Just
I did. I was.
See?
I did this.
That's why I'm here, for the shock and awe value. Always.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Of course.
So today we're going to have a little bit of, 50% chance, right?
Yeah, so 50-50, seeing that future cast. Stay weather alert, watch for storms.
We do it.
It's super hot, and then it's just hot.
We do, thanks to you.